Today, it was all about the waves. People couldn't help but get out their cars, flip on their phones, and record some of this action. But as the price of pork is going up, the prices of beef are also on the rise. Down power lines, trees, and flooding is what some people in Hayward and surrounding areas woke up to this morning. There's still plenty of time to get out and take advantage of some of these bargains. The rummage sale wraps up this Saturday at 5. Officials say the weather has put construction back a few weeks, but they are working hard to make sure games are played here this fall. Good evening, I'm Maya Holmes. If you were out and about today, you may have seen flags in the area flown at half staff. Governor Dayton orders today as National Fallen Firefighters Memorial Day, a day to honor and remember America's fallen fire heroes. The Duluth Fire Department supports the recognition and believes it honors their goal to bring every firefighter home safely each night. In a matter of time, students and community members will make the trip here to take classes and possibly earn degrees. Through all the snow mounds and cold temperatures, the Northland is finally getting a glimpse of spring. In the next couple of days inside this kitchen at the deck, thousands of pounds of pasta will go from this to this. The price of fruits and vegetables may also go up due to drought conditions in California. And Dan, meat sellers say if you want to save some money, try switching things up and being a little more creative with your meals. Finally, on Fox, you're not the only one who likes to have a little fun in the sun during the summer. Dogs had their day of play at a canine splash ground at the Greene County Fairgrounds in Ohio. The event featured teams showing off dog agility and dog herding. There was also a hot dog bobbing contest, mud strut fashion show, and of course, plenty of splashing. Yeah, I would definitely put my dog in that fashion show. All right, well, thanks for joining us tonight. Don't forget to tune in to Fox Sunrise for your morning news. Good night. Emergency responders are on the scene now after multiple comfort system employees were gunned down.
Gunshot wound.
We need fire guys for rescue.
Shot or just an injury?
Shot. All right, sir, let's go over here.
23 gunshot victims, including an officer, were rescued from this public works and utility building, then taken to local hospitals.
It's awful. How could something like this happen?
It was around 8:30 in the morning when two suspects opened fire inside Comfort Systems on Garfield Avenue.
All I heard was some gunshots when I was sitting at my office.
About a half dozen of us got out the side door when we heard the first shots.
Shaken friends and family members were on the sidelines.
They're there, they're inside. You need to go inside.
Whether their loved ones were still alive was unknown.
Do you have any information on Christina Groshek?
More than 200 responders were in and outside the building. An orchestrated plan was in motion to save lives and stop the active shooters.
I need you guys to get in this back lot. We need to do it now.
The suspects did not make it out alive. They were gunned down after opening fire on officers.
It was very, very well done training, very valuable.
The response in Gore was all part of an active shooter exercise, practice and preparation for a scenario not so uncommon anymore.
We have to, in this day and age, be much more vigilant and much more occupied in doing trainings that we know are potential threats.
Officials say it helps refine critical and resourceful thinking skills and carves out a plan where police, fire, and EMS work together in case an event like this really happens.
As you can see just from this smaller scale exercise, it's a multi-agency, community coordinated response to these events to be successful. So we have to be able to work together to do that.
Emergency agencies will go over the exercise to learn from their mistakes and come up with a more coordinated response. In Duluth, I'm Maya Holmes, KQDS FOX 21. Up to 50-mile-per-hour winds created fast and impressive waves.
To me, it's inspiring. It's pretty awesome, the power of this lake, so I just like it.
Propped up cameras and smartphones were on deck to capture the surging Lake Superior in action.
We were in town and we were driving by and we saw all the waves and it looked pretty crazy.
And if you got too close, this would happen.
There's nothing anybody can do about it, so all you can do is experience it.
The arched body of water on Stony Point gave surfers a good time.
It's fun, it's relaxing, it's energetic, low-impact aerobics.
Some of these wave riders saw this wild weather forecasted a week ago and made plans to come to this popular spot known for exceptional surfing conditions.
Some of these people have been friends with for over 10 years. You know, so you don't get together, you don't see each other, but you show up when there's waves, and it's always a good reunion.
Tons of fun for those on land or surfboards, but what about those at sea?
There are a couple of ships right now staying at their docks in Duluth today until the winds subside later today before they'll depart.
While the bigger vessels are built for severe weather,
when you get above about 25 to 30 miles an hour, the ships have difficulty maneuvering around docks, with total control.
And officials say with this kind of weather, the captain will decide to either continue to sail or anchor.
So the captains make decisions based on their own vessels and where their next cargo is, and their crew and what have you.
Planning for a safe ride while dealing with some of the strongest winds we've seen all summer. With photojournalist Harry Baker, I'm Maya Holmes, KQDS FOX 21.
I got some Chef Boyardee macaroni and cheese and got myself a little candy bar and some energy drinks.
Jamie Hashey is just one of more than 5,000 residents in Lincoln Park, also known as West End. There are some businesses and stores, but not a single grocery store.
It's just pretty rough.
It's being declared a food desert, which means there is limited access to supermarkets or grocery stores.
This is a desert zone for grocery stores. You got to go 3 miles one way, 3 miles the other way, and it leaves people in quite a lurch.
Many of the residents are forced to get groceries from convenience stores and gas stations.
Mostly frozen stuff like frozen chicken, frozen pizza, burritos.
But they say the food selection is unhealthy.
I would love to eat some vegetables or even just some fruit.
And expensive.
The little store is outrageously priced on everything. Most of these people around here are low income, trying to make it.
Here at the little store, a loaf of bread costs $4. But at Super One, a loaf of bread is just $1.99. But a trip to the grocery store is a difficult task without a car.
Recently, my car isn't working, so we're borrowing vehicles, or I've even taken a bus and can't get much when you're taking a bus. And milk is really hard to carry on a bus. Chum is starting a door-knocking campaign where they will knock on every household to find a solution to the food desert problem.
Maybe a grocery store, it may not be, we don't know. But whatever they decide to come up with, we just really want to get behind them and support them.
And residents say the solution is probably a complicated yet simple one.
I would like to see a little grocery store
with cheaper prices and healthier choices. With photojournalist Christian Tharlson, I'm Maya Holmes, KQDS FOX 21.